to have amidst us such a dynamic and multifarious personality. I now invite our chief guest, Dr. T.P. Shashikumar, life mentor, to address the gathering. Sir, please.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram, Arani, who is holding the mic. I thought the schedule was I will listen to some of the students first, and then the schedule which was sent to me was like that. So I was eagerly waiting for listening to somebody to pick up some points actually. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Leena, for this invitation. Nice that we have the board of directors representatives with the President Ranjit Kumar ji, brothers Najib ji and Naveen ji, and the co-speaker and the earlier leader Ravi Jayanti ji, whom I did not meet, though during that time I was in the school. I don't remember meeting him. I was there in Seeb with an invitation of one of my brother Bhaskaran ji. I cannot forget. He dropped me there in the school and then said he has a program to go. But I found he was not moving and he was literally crying. You can see the video. That was because not Dr. TPS is talking. I'm sure that was the way Seeb students hosted me. Probably that is what it makes difference. Because when you can make somebody to express their feelings, that means you have taken them to your heart, or they have taken you into their heart. So I was blessed to be with the Seeb Indian School, and I was eagerly waiting for those people from 2011 to 2021, now 10 years. So when Seeb was 10 years, probably those students were in 10th class. So I was blessed to be in Oman many times. Probably some of you, the students, must not have taken birth when I first visited maybe Indian School, Muscat, early 2002. Yeah, 2002 I was there. The topic of discussion, I am sure there are different points by the speakers who are put into the flyer which was given, the schedule which says that people speak about punctuality, accountability, reliability, communication, etc. But I remember having stepped into your school, or maybe I don't know, in some of the videos, it has a step with a lot of write-ups on each one of the steps. Is it in a video or is physically there? I think that is good enough to describe or speak hours together on, or maybe Seeb students or management or faculty doesn't require another lecture because you are on those footsteps every day. That's one of the greatest way of making. I don't know how many students have referred a dictionary to understand the meaning, or how many of you felt that, or maybe the faculties or English faculty who came subsequently felt that it needs to be corrected a little bit and all that. But I have gathered a few. Dream big, yeah. Everybody does it, but that doesn't make anybody leaders. Otherwise, we would have been flooded with a lot of leaders. It's not dream big. How good you make your dreams happen makes you a big leader. Creating goals, yes. It's not goals which stops. Everybody has got goals. Goals, roles and values. There are three things which are to be balanced. Most of my leadership quality lectures speak about role, goal, value balancing. And if you can balance it, I'm sure you prove yourself to be one of the best. Otherwise, you are a stand-up comedian. Probably you can show or you can speak but doesn't happen. Believe in yourself, yes. Stay strong, work hard. No, don't work hard. If you want to break a stone, don't keep on hitting. You must know where to hit, and that ability is called smartness. So you must be able to smart work. Learn from challenges. Yeah, sometimes challenges become so horrible that you learn bad things. So good experience, understand what is good from that and then pick it up. Spontaneous good presence of mind is very, very essential. If you are not able to solve problems fast, then you don't even get a good job today. I've got series of lectures. Yesterday also talking to you about logical reasoning, analytical skill, mathematical ability. I'll tell you, my children, whatever you learn in your classrooms are quite useless to get a job, because they give you 3 hours to write exams. That is for common normal people. If those problems can be solved in half an hour, then you are guaranteed with a job. That means you must be very fast. How fast you can read, how fast you can solve problems. My last tenure was as a professor of mathematics in one of the universities in Hyderabad, which was called KL University, in which I was teaching management students. And my topic was campus to corporate. How do you jump from a campus to corporate? How fast you have to solve problems. Series of lectures on analytical skill, logical reasoning, mathematics, because my subject is mathematics. Basically, I'm a mathematician. So presence of mind, how fast you can pick up subjects, how fast you can pick up the topics, that is what is essential. You cannot be a civil service servant in the cabinet secretariat and you cannot ask your minister when he dictates you, sir, tell me once again. In classroom you can do that, or you can refer those lectures again or can read, but those cannot be repeated. So how fast you pick up, that ability is very, very essential, right? Kindle your imagination, take it into your strides, never give up, be your best, focus and succeed, good consciousness, probably think positive. No, it's not think positive, it is act positive. Everybody thinks positive. And I keep making fun of it, saying people keep think and become thunk. That's it. You don't do anything, right? So that doesn't help you. I think action is more important. Who makes action is who is called Acharya. Who doesn't act, who speaks is called Guru. There is a lot of difference. When people call me Guru, I keep saying, don't blame me like this. There are a lot of people who keep on sending messages. You get from India, a lot of people are there who send messages and they are called SAD Guru. I don't know how do you read it, but it's so sad that they give themselves a name called SAD, sad, right? And they take it as a gate privilege. It's wrongly spelled because Sanskrit cannot be spelled, Sanskritam cannot be spelled that easily. It makes a lot of bad meanings. So these are some examples where Guru is not what who can. Yadyada jaradisrashta tatta deveterochana sayat pramanam gurude logastad anuvartade. Seeing somebody, if you are ready to follow him, he is an acharya, he is a leader. So action is more important. Join together, care and share, give the helping hand, all that fine, fantastic, wonderful messages. So I was just recollecting, I thought I can speak, but that needs another full day for as a workshop to do it. My job is only to show some spark, not the fire in each one of you. But as far as I am concerned, as a leader, probably what is essential is not charismatic. People think that actors are good, stand-up comedians are good, you get beautiful pictures of people. No, I think a leader is one who is humble, who can mix with the people, who can find what is future for you, but not keeping yourself away from around. You have to be around people, be with the people and think beyond the people. That's what is vision, and that drives people to be leaders. And you can speak like leader, but need not to be leaders. So there are a lot of people who speak like leaders. Okay, so what is essential is identify the difference between an actor and a person who is really one who is. That people understand probably after some time. So sometimes leaders are blonde like no sometimes they stay in the stage, but after some time it doesn't, because they know that they were actually all false. So make the difference to somebody's life cannot be a bubble. It needs to be really an essence in you, which needs physically, emotionally, intellectually, socially, and spiritually higher. So I keep mentioning fivefold development. Dr. TPS only talks about fivefold development, nothing else. Physical, emotional, intellectual, social, and spiritual. That's the essence of development to become a real person. And if you want to be a leader, you need to be a self-leader for yourself, because every one of us communicate to ourselves. Soon after this session, I have a session in Dubai, and the topic is conflict. Every one of us have conflict, whether to do this or not to do this, to do or not to do. The Shakespearean standard onwards, it is the same. So how do we understand and reflect on ourselves to identify what is strong in us? We keep talking about women leaders, male leaders, female leaders, but still if you list the number of leaders in the world, probably women leaders are less in number. But the ability for ladies are much, much higher compared to gents in terms of the humanity, love, compassion, all that quality which we talk about. But where is it lacking? It needs to be researched upon. It needs to be researched upon because you have something, but that doesn't come out that easily. It needs another quality. The basic Bharatiya Shastra, the Indian tradition says 6 qualities to become a great leader. Udyamam, Sahasam, Dhairyam, Buddhi, Shakti, Parakramam, Shadhede, Yatra Vartande, Devam, Tatra Prakashyat. I don't know how many of you understood. Udyamam is planning. That is there in the step which you have written. It is good. I told you, you think plan, but nothing happens. But that is not essentially enough. As soon as you plan, Udyamam, planning is must. Immediately after that, Sahasam, jump into action. That is essential. That's why I kept on saying action is important. Udyamam, Sahasam, for which you need Dhairyam. Yeah, sometimes ladies have less Dhairyam, not because they don't have. They are too much close to the family. So when they wanted to do something, they will think what will happen to my family, what do others think. They are more concerned about society than themselves. So that becomes a big barrier. So I told you, goal is essential, but you have a role to play. Sometimes the role will pull you back. Though you want to jump into something, you will think about the roles which you have to play. Oh, family, my mother, my father, my brother, my sister. That social commitment is too much. I remember Nelson Mandela once said, it's very difficult to have good head and good heart. Only one H only you can have. 2 H is impossible. So that brings most of the people, and ladies have good heart. Definitely gents don't know. They think that they have good head, but probably not even that. That is what it shows, because most of the examinations today, girls are running faster and higher than boys, right? So Udyamam, Sahasam, Dhairyam, Buddhi, I told you this. If I don't have to explain. If you have it, you understand. If you don't have, you will never understand. Right? Udyamam, Sahasam, Dhairyam, Buddhi, Shakti. Everybody knows Shakti. Shakti is what you want to do, whether you can do it or not. Not overdoing or less doing. Minimum requirement for what you wanted to do. That is there for everyone. Everybody says, I have got a back pain. But I'm sure a mother will not suffer back pain when the child is falling. They will run and catch. So these are all acting. When they want, they have the strength. That is physical strength, right? So Dhairyam, Buddhi, Shakti, Parakram. What is lacking is Parakram. Parakram is, I want to do something. I'm sure I have seen young girls, if somebody wanted to go somewhere, they will immediately catch their friend's hand. If I go to an audience and ask you, all the girls raise your hand, immediately they will seek both sides. Whether they are girls, then I am also a girl. Individual decision making is very, 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 very less in this. Even for boys. Tell me who can give me the answer. Immediately he will see left and right. That means lack of confidence. That is lacking. Too much. You can see in my Seeb video, when I called, only one person came. But then I said, this is your last chance, motivated. There were hundreds of people ready to come. Right? but then still they will look at left and right. You are going, I am also going. That means always you want company. No leaders wait for somebody else. That is what is presence of mind. Jump into action. Don't wait for somebody else. Even if you ask, are you a male or a female, they will ask both sides. No, I don't understand. Why do you want to bother this? This is what probably lacking. This is what is social being. There are a lot of experiments done. I am not blah blah blah. I am talking about from experience. You have people coming for interview in my office also. When we were coming for people come for interview, we keep monitoring people on camera to see how they behave with their people around, because nobody individually can be successful in a office. You need to be a group leader, worker. Especially in scientific organizations, it's not how intelligent you are, how well you can work with the people. That's why traditionally IQ was taken as a selection criteria, but then people started taking EQ as a selection criteria. Emotionally, you should have that ability to work with the people. Group is essential. Whole ISRO works in groups only. No individual can make any satellite, you can understand that, right? No individual can fight a war. It's only group. Otherwise, you have to be Mahatma Gandhi. We are not that. So what happens is you need to have a group of people with you. So how well you go with the group. We don't understand that while interviewing. So what we do is, as you enter the campus itself, we start watching how are you behaving with the people. I'm sure that cannot be trained by anybody on a day, or maybe after your education training is not possible. School academics have to train people like that, or it has to be a daily activity. But unfortunately, today's generation are tuned to be more selfish than the previous generations. There are a lot of reasons. I'm sure I am on Facebook. So every day if I get 10 friends requests, out of 6 are bogus, 6 are people who are fake, 6 are people who are useless. They don't do anything. They have time pass. So I have to filter. So around you, you will see a lot of people who cannot be accepted as your close friends. But what is essential is, I don't understand why people don't follow seeing somebody as leaders. I want to be with him. I am not a leader at all, I will tell you. If somebody has mistaken that I am a leader, no. But I want somebody to become a leader who could be my student tomorrow. That's only what I am looking. I am a teacher. People keep asking me, I am like Vivekananda when I used to speak 10 years continuously in Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. I went to Calcutta to give speech. They introduced me that DrTPS is the modern Vivekananda and all that. No, but I said, no, I am not. I love to be a Ramakrishna who can make one Vivekananda in this world. If at all you want to call me as Ramakrishna, but not as Vivekananda, because I feel Vivekananda was a big failure because he could not make another Vivekananda in this world. If he could have made few more Vivekananda, therefore I respect teachers more than students. And what is lacking is the students are not really good today. I am hunting for a good student to teach. Today also I had a long discussion with somebody from Bangalore who wanted a personal help. He was asking how much you charge. I said it's free. I said, why are you doing free? I said, I am doing free because I am in search of somebody to share whatever I learned from my gurus who gave me a lot of knowledge, everything free. They have never charged a single penny. How can I charge? I'm only a trustee who is handing over what somebody has given. It's not my property. So I'm only one who look for somebody, and I hardly we see students coming behind and then asking. So what is leadership? That self-motivation which drives you to what? Be happy in learning. So therefore LIFE, all my books are LIFE, life related. Learn in full enjoyment. So if you're a good learner and learn in full enjoyment, you get a life which is live in full enjoyment. And what is life? Learning is an investment for future earning. You don't get it anywhere, no dictionary. It's DrTPS. So you search DrTPS life, then you will get this. Okay. So what is learn? L-E-A-R and learn. You remove L, then money will come. So don't think for, people keep asking me when I come to most of the places, especially in Gulf, they ask me, which job will pay me more? I said, I don't know. You come today, I will give you a job which may pay you much better than anything which after high qualification. Because probably the payment is what you are looking for, then you may not have dignity in your life sometime. So sometime you will feel very happy while living, but the verge end of your life you will think, yeah, I should not have lived like this. So what is essential is a life which makes you happy, not temporary. When I say live in full enjoyment, not temporary, long term. That needs lot of ability to understand the world around. That needs lot of ability to criticize, get criticisms. So I was so happy when I asked a few questions. Is there anybody who wanted to ask that question? The sequence in which the questions were sent was also beautiful, right? I think I will not blah 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 too much. I'll go to the questions first, because sometimes I cannot stop looking at my topic which is very close to my heart. I think in Vivekananda Institute I gave hundreds of lectures on leadership qualities, so it just comes to me. But I will jump and then get into the questions. One of the question was, are there, what is that? What was the first question? Now, how should a good leader react to criticisms? Criticism is an English word, right? I don't know what is your mother tongue, how is it being told? Anybody? Dr. Leena, what is the translation for criticism in your language? What's your mother tongue? Tamil, yeah? Malayali. Tell me, what is the translation in Malayalam for... I'm not checking your knowledge, don't worry.
I'm thinking about what word it is. Criticism.
Yeah, criticism is, or a critic is called whom? Sukumar Azhikode was a critic, Kerala famous critic. He was called... Vimarshanam. Vimarshanam is a modern word. The traditional old word was Nirupan. Yeah, now she agrees, correct? Because the most popular is...
Vimarshanam came to my mind.
Yeah, nothing wrong. That's what I want. I wanted that word from you.
Sir, in between, yeah. The students are ready to ask questions, sir.
Wonderful.
So they will ask questions.
Yeah, who is that girl who or boy who asked this question? Let me hear from them.
Yes, they will be happy. They were so much anxious to ask you questions.
I'm so happy. That was a beautiful question. That's it.
So I have to send the question.
Tell me, who is that? Who is that asked me that question? I like that word. That's why.
Sir, it was me. Shravya.
No, don't call me sir. Sir is a title which was denied by Mahatma Gandhi, which was given by Britishers. Britishers left and we are celebrating, and your emblem also says 70 years of celebration and all that, 75 years. And still we are calling every stupid fellow on the road and the teachers as sir only. Right? Only if you take sir, you get Nobel Prize. Right? Tagore accepted, he got Nobel Prize. Mokshagundam Vishweshwaraya accepted, he got it. Whatever he wants. But no, I am DrTPS. So let us be some difference in this world to learn. I am sure teachers may not like it, maybe people don't like, they keep on calling sir, because that is how they were trained. We have to learn something new in this world. That is what is biggest problem is a new learning. So don't call me sir if you love me. If you hate me, you can call me sir, right? Otherwise, I wish Britishers are still there and I am Sir Isaac Newton, Sir C.V. Raman, Sir DrTPS. Would have been a great... No, otherwise, DrTPS sir, no Shashi sir, no DrTPS sir. Yeah? I live for doctor is my mathematics, TPS, teachers, parents and students. That's my life. And before my retirement, I was a police. So top police service. And before that, I was a scientist, temperature, pressure, second. So I like to be called as TPS. So it reminds me that I am a teacher's, parents and students person. Yeah. Tell me, Shravani.
DrTPS.
Good girl.
I wanted to. How should a good leader react to criticism?
Shravani is from Karnataka or Andhra? Maharashtra. Okay. That belt. How do you translate critic? हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं आप? बोलो.
Like विरोध.
No. That is what is commonly used. That's what it is actually. Hindi for criticism should be alochana. So that means you are thinking about somebody, and then in Sanskrit it is nirupanam. What is rupam? Rupam is shape. So nirupanam is one who makes shape. So why somebody criticizes you? Oh, you are not in good shape. He wanted to or she wanted to give you a good shape. Is it not a positive thing? So a good leader should always accept nirupanam. If you don't accept Nirupanam, you cannot be a good leader. Got it? I remember in many occasions in my experience, people tell me that you should not have done it. I said, thank you. Why are you thanking? I said, because you are carefully looking at what I am doing. When you are doing something and people look at you carefully, that means they are at you. Right? Why parents scold you? Why parents correct you? That is because they are looking at you closely. So many people are criticizing you. That's wonderful. Very good. So always accept criticisms, but don't take it into your heart. Understand, no good fellows will come and tell you have done good. If I give a lecture, there is a small mistake, 2 hours of lecture, they will find that grammatical mistake, and at the end of the day, they will tell you that you made this mistake. But how many good things you have done, they will not even care. That is this world, right? But Western people are not like that. They are always good. You know what do they do? If you give you a tea, they will tell you, yeah, tea is really fantastic. Then they will tell you, if I would make the tea, I will add little more milk. If I make the tea, I will reduce little sugar. If I make the tea, it would have been little more hot. That means your tea is totally useless. But still they will tell you it is fantastic. The problem with especially South India is they don't appreciate. North India is little good. Right? Even if you sing a song, they will tell you, wow, 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 wow. But South India, they will look at you, what you are doing. I am happen to be a South India. We are all Rakshasikas by birth. So we find fault with the people. So I have that bad quality. Right? Though I am a good teacher for that purpose, but I am training myself how to be appreciative. That's why I said when Shravani said beautiful, wonderful, good and all that. No, I don't think any South Indian will tell you that. I happened to stay in Hyderabad, I stayed in Ahmedabad, I stayed in Delhi. So you need a good culture to understand how to behave. I go to US, I conduct camps for children there. So I'm a global person, probably not a South Indian alone. I wish people learn little bit more to appreciate, right? Then find fault. If somebody is criticizing you, it's not their fault. Why I am saying this? It is the regional problems, the culture in which they come from. They are finding fault with you. Not because they don't have love towards you. They don't know how to show it. But some places they will show very liberally, but they may not have that love also. See, Westerners, they will show you all the appreciation, but internally they will feel, yeah, let me see how I can win him. Because they work everything in business mode. Understood? So it's good, nice to have people in criticism, but don't take it into that spirit. You have your own appreciation. Every one of us, I've got a beautiful poem written in my one of the book called The Life of Love. Shravani, you should read this, and I'm gifting you because everybody. It is available in the PDF form. You can download. None of them I sell because education has to be, books have to be freely given. Life of Love. In the first one is millions of sperm from the father get into the mother's egg and only one sperm take birth, and that's me. How many sperm did not take birth? Millions of them. Who are they? My unborn brothers and sisters. So Shravani can lift your hand. All of you can lift your hands. All of you can lift your hands and then take it back and then say well done. So everybody should appreciate ourselves. Don't bother how others are going to talk about you, right? Don't worry. I don't have the height of Amitabh Bachchan, so I am not bad. It doesn't matter. I don't have the 6 abs or the folds which Amir Khan had or maybe Shah Rukh Khan had, but I know how to dance myself, and when I enjoy, I dance. That's it. No, I am not Yeshudas who can sing like that, but I can sing in my way. So I am what I am, and I can be good as I can. Hours together I can speak on this, but I am sure there are more questions and we have to wind up also. Yeah. Tell me next question.
Thank you, sir.
No, thank you, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah. Also learn every student should not use the word thank you. The thank should come in some other way. And what is the way? Yeah, DrTPS, you explained it so nicely. I am not here to get that appreciation. I am a teacher, so I am telling how to react to this. Unfortunately, teachers don't teach you this because they don't get this option in the classroom. After a class, no student will tell them. They'll say thank you because just go out. Somehow you have to go out. That's what they feel, right? But in any general public, how is it appreciated? You can look at leadership, DrTPS. There was a discussion with one of the Western students. You can just look at it. I just remembered now. You can look at it, how that girl, I was talking to one single girl for 4 hours almost. You know how they appreciate? In between also they unmute and then say, wow, yeah, that was really great. Yeah, I never thought in this style and you are telling in this style. That actually opens up my mind. You will be really thrilled to speak to such people for hours together, right?
Awesome.
Most stupid thing what people can say is at the end of the program, thank you. And we know you are not thankful. It is a normal custom. I am a very, very, very informal person. That's why I'm telling you like this. Don't take me as a formal teacher. I am not a teacher. I am not a sir. I am Shravani's father's brother. Elder or other, you decide based on his age, right? That's it. Nothing more than that. I am one of your family members, so I keep telling this. Yeah. That is how you should appreciate. That appreciation is what makes us to feel, yeah, I have done something good.
Next question, please.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah. You can ring the bell. You are the chair.
Good evening, DrTPS.
Yeah. Namaste.
My question is, how do we overcome the fear of failing while being a leader?
Okay, tell me which leader did not fail in this world? You tell me, you know what is speciality of today? You know what is speciality of today? 11th November.
National-
Why National Education Day? Why National Education Day? Why National Education Day?
But I forgot the name. But
How can you forget the name? He is one of the first education minister of Union of India. Abdul Kalam. Is it Abdul Kalam? Maulana Azad.
No. Maulana Asaf.
Yeah, Maulana Azad. Maulana Azad. I went to his NIT called MANIT, Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology. And Maulana Azad was, do you know where Maulana Azad studied? All of you should learn this. He never attended to schools. His father was a Gulf man, not an Indian at all. Mother was not an Indian. Both parents were from two different countries, Bangladesh and Saudi Arabia. I think so. I don't know. It just came to me now. You look at it, 1888, November 11, that I remember. Easy to remember, 1888, right? And when he was the president, 1946, I teach civil service, so most of the history is by heart for me. That's why, because every day I am teaching history to people. Yesterday also I had a lecture on history. So, 1946, I think March or April, there was a meeting by Congress to decide that India will not be partitioned. And Maulana Azad was the president, and actually all the leaders would have decided Maulana Azad because being a Muslim, he will not support partition, will be accepted by Jinnah. Otherwise, Nehru or Gandhi would have been there would have been Muslim, Hindu, and so many thoughts would have come. But then that was a big failure. Maulana Azad was a big failure. Ultimately, what he wanted, a united India, did not happen. He was a big failure. But does that failure made him to become upset and quit from politics? He made the independent India totally academically, educationally the highest. University Grants Commission was his gift. NIT was his gift. The technology education, every education in India has been revamped by his high, powerful thought, where he never attended to schools in his life. He was self-taught by his parents at home. He never attended schools. Can you imagine this? And we talk about school education is one of the greatest to make people up. And that's actually bogus. No, you don't require. That's why I tell you teachers cannot make a difference in you. I am talking to a school I know. But still I'll tell you teachers cannot make a difference to you. Mahabharata and talks about two people, Dharmaputra and Duryodhana. Both studied under same professor. Professor Dr. Lena Francis said. But that did not make, they came from same family background. They came from same palace. But what difference it made? The difference was who was mentoring them. Duryodhana was mentored by who? Shakuni. And Dharmaputra was mentored by Krishna. So who is mentoring you? Your mentor only can make difference. So you read the history of Maulana Azad. You read the history of Swami Vivekananda. It was Ramakrishna who made Vivekananda. Who made Mahatma Gandhi? Gopalakrishna Gokhale made. And ask in your life who is there as a mentor. Teachers are common, maths, physics, chemistry, biology, but when you have real problems in real life, you don't know what is to be, and you don't have that person who will guide you in your life. That is what is lacking. So such people will tell you, no failure, doesn't matter, you will become tomorrow successful. There is a big mantra which I teach my students always. Even this will change. Write it down in your book every day. Even this will change. And who asked this question? Who asked this question now?
Me, Doctor.
Niranjana, right? Yeah. When you say me, don't say Niranjana asked, because your name is more precious for you. Me is a common word. Everybody can use it. Niranjana asked this. Where are you from, Niranjana?
Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu. Okay. Do you know that what makes difference in you? Nobody else. It's in you. Hridaya guhara madhye kevalam brahma matram. Inside you there is a Brahma. And that creativity has to be inside you, which will continue you to make a difference. And Brahma's wife is Saraswati. So when Brahma creativity inside, Saraswati will come to your tongue. You don't require read and write. It just comes to you like this. Understood? So create that ability inside you, who will make you to think yourself inside you. Then you make a lot of difference in your life. That is what is essential. So today's failure, creative people always make blunders, mistakes. If you make sambar, when I start cooking in my house, my wife will ask, what are you making? I'll tell you after making, I will tell you. Because I may start with sambar but end up with something else. Because I'm a researcher in my cooking, right? DrTPS cooking, you look at it. You will see how I make biryani, I make different items, right? So you have to be a creator. That is what is creativity. I'm a scientist basically. So I like to do research. Everything is research. This class is research. Otherwise, leadership I spoke many times. How can I record it and put it onto YouTube, which will become different? Every class is different. Because every people who are in front of me are different. If you copy from somewhere and use it, you are never. Do you think all these answers I read and then wrote it down somewhere, I am reading it? No, it doesn't require that. I had this paper written down, this few, and I have this mobile opened here for this. I just switched it off. It's not required now. Because you are asking. Otherwise, I would have seen the question and then answered. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So don't worry. Even this will change. Okay? Don't worry at all. Every day morning, look at the mirror and say, oh, my nose is not good. My teeth is not good. I don't look good. No. Keep saying, millions of sperm from the father get into the mother's egg, and I am the fighter who fought with millions of unborn brothers and sisters, and I am a winner. So you are a winner. No losing. Losing may be temporary, doesn't matter. So who invented bulb? Which class you are into, Niranjana?
Doctor 12.
12th, yeah. Who invented bulb?
Thomas Alva Edison.
How many times he failed? He is one of the example for answer for Niranjana. He says, 1,000 times I found not to make, this is not the way to make bulb, that's it. He never said I failed. 1,000 times he understood this is not the way to make bulb. That's a learning for him. What a beautiful way of looking at things, failure in life, right? DrTPS failed. Look at my TEDx lecture. You have to listen to my TEDx lecture. Nothing else, at least that. Where I am explaining, I was thrown out of a school in 8th class being the worst student in the school. I am a second class in 10th, second class in 12th. Failed in all subjects in 11th. Except in Malayalam. My language I was good. That's it. Yeah. I couldn't speak even a single sentence fluently like this when I was in 12th class or graduation first year. But then I translated Macbeth totally. I learned the Shakespearean language. I learned languages. And I start writing books in English. I start poems in English. Internationally, I go abroad and then give lectures. That's just because, yeah, you have no fear of failure. That's it. If you have fear of failure, you will not even speak English, because my English is only Manglish, right? I remember first lecture in Vivekananda Institute, the Swamiji was listening and he said his English is not understandable. I said, because you are a Bengali, your English is Bunglish, my English is Manglish, and people in Hyderabad were done Tenglish, so none of us are good. Let us close this shop, I said. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. There is a beautiful Tamil song. Shivaji Ganeshan. Ponal Pogatum Poda. Every South Indian language, same song. Everybody can sing this. Even if you fail, what you should tell? Ponal Pogatum Poda. That's it. Good enough. Then continue further. Yeah.
Dr. TPS, you've already made a difference in our school.
Hope so. Yeah.
Next
Good
question.
evening, Dr. TPS.
Good evening.
Are there any leadership qualities that a person is born with, or are all leadership qualities shaped by the person's environment?
See, who is the king in the forest?
The lion,
Lion. Who said that?
a human.
All the writers told, right? Why? They could have told the fox is the king of the forest or lion is the king of the forest. Why? The way the lion walks, people realized, yeah, this boy is walking like a lion. This girl is walking like a lioness, right? And no other animal has got that. What is that? The majestic way of walk. The way you walk will tell you whether you are a leader or not. Is it genuinely come into you by birth? Yeah. For most of the animals, it comes by birth. But human being, we are human. Not only we learn from looking. How did the lion learn? Looking at the lion's father, mother, brother, sister and everybody. But human being have the ability to learn it from somebody else. Because we are the only animal in the world who will document the things. A buffalo will speak to thousands of buffaloes like this. No, never does it, right? No dog will speak, thousands of dogs will not listen. But what do? We learn from somewhere, we share it. Ahara nidra bhaya maidhunani samani chaitani nranam pashunam jnanam naranam adhigo vishesho jnane bihina pashubi samana. Aharam, food, nidra, bhayam, maidhunam. All these four qualities are equal for human being and animal. But human being have an extra ability, that is jnanam, knowledge. So that knowledge makes us to train somebody. So by birth it is there. For some people get it. Though it is by birth, you may not be able to get an opportunity to show that and you will die like that without showing. Many people are like that. I have a great ability to learn because my father had, mother had. But doesn't mean that mother and father gave lecture in Oman. No. Because they didn't got that opportunity. That's it. My father was totally not attended to schools. My mother was third class dropout. That doesn't mean I am not somebody who can. I got opportunity. They did not get opportunity. Understood? So opportunities and added skill, if you have little attitude inside, that can grow. So P, performance P is equal to attitude A. You have to write down. You won't get anywhere in this world. Otherwise, listen to this later. Because this is Dr. DPS formula. Performance P is equal to attitude A plus opportunity O plus skill. Wherever you see, you will not get anywhere. If you get it, you tell me. I will surrender to him, that master. Performance P. How do you perform as like leader? Little attitude, little skill and little opportunity. Opportunities are not there. Many people can't do anything. The other way is talking to students and some people in the South Africa. How can I talk about education to them? Because they don't even have food. They are struggling, suffering. So we are all blessed with great opportunity. With great opportunity, if you don't use it, it's a big failure. There are a lot of people. Do you know, where are you from? Mahisha?
Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu, okay. Do you know the first communist chief minister in India?
No.
EMS Namboodiripadu. Understood? He had a lot of physical problems. He had stammering. He cannot even speak. Do you know the president of America who had this problem, stammering? Who became the president of America with the stammering problem? Who is the present president of America?
Joe Biden.
You look at all the presidents, name 46 presidents, and then find out who had this stammering problem. So to become president of America, you can have physical problems also. So how did he become? There are presidents of America who were trained because they had stage fright. They were made to learn speaking. Okay, so some qualities are trained, some qualities, even if you have deficiency by birth, you can train them better. That is the advantage of being human being. Yeah. Even Mahatma Gandhi had stage fright. Vivekananda, when he was first to speak, you know how many hours he spoke in the Chicago speech, Mahisha? Anybody?
No.
Sir, nearly 12, 13.
13 hours?
A long time. No, he was speaking a long time with a few breaks. He was only given 25 minutes or 30
No, the
minutes.
first talk which was quoted as Chicago speech, Vivekananda. Adrika, where are you from?
Sir, Kolkata.
Kolkata, you should know. You tell me, Vivekananda's first speech in Chicago, which is known as the Chicago's well-known speech in the Parliament of Religions. How many hours it was? Because next day paper full covered Vivekananda's speech only. It's not hours, it is 3 minutes 40 seconds, okay? And his schedule was in the beginning in the morning, but he kept on postponing because he had stage fear, and that was the first speech ever he gave in his life. Not even in India he gave lectures. Though he was there in Vivekananda auditorium in Hyderabad before going, that was only a small gathering. He had satsang, but not a speech like this. And all the speakers earlier who spoke had got big papers, who spoke large knowledge and all that, but he had nothing, not even a paper with him. So he was shivering actually. Got it? There are a lot of examples like this. Yeah, I don't want to quote. Yeah. Tell me. Good enough?
We're truly blessed to have asked you a question, Dr. TPS.
Good.
A majestic way of explaining.
Now you learned, right? That's great. I am so happy that love you all. Some difference. Yeah.
Next question.
Good evening, Dr. TPS.
Good evening.
So, I am the head girl of the school and I really wanted to know the answer for this.
Yeah.
Conflicts are avoidable in a team. So, how do I handle disagreements with my teammates?
Better soon after this, what lecture I have is on conflictology. Do you know there is a proverb called conflictology to Mahatma Gandhi is to physics to Einstein? That was my last lecture in the Calicut University when I left the department as a director of academic staff college. Conflict is within us. Actually, the conflict is within us. We have a buddhi and we have a manas. And always we keep saying, yeah, I should speak like this, but the heart says, speak like this, don't care, don't worry. But after speaking, you say, oh, I should not have told this. Does it not happen to each one of us? We want to eat something, after eating we said, oh, I should not have eaten this, that's why I have got stomach problem. Every time we have a me in me, which is my heart, if at all you have. If you are not given to somebody else, you have a good heart, right? And you have a good head. So what happens? This keeps conflicting. And there is a Atma in us which keeps saying us, you should not have done it, you should have done it, you should not have done it, you should have done it. That's a conflict. It is not that somebody else tells you which is creating problem to you. The way you think about those people, how did they speak, is creating problem to you. So team is always a team. Correct? If everybody has got same quality, will it make a team? Everyone should be different. If everybody is different, it makes a team. So somebody should have an ability to write and then speak and do research. See, for example, those people are called the Satvik people. They cannot be managers. They cannot make others to work. And other person who is a Rajasic person like me, who is a manager who can make things to happen, he will bombard things. See, in a department of space, there are a lot of people who do research. But if the chairman comes, who can make a presentation? There are people who can only speak, they don't do anything. So what do they do? From all those people, what they have done, they collect things and make a document and speak fantastic. Leaders are required sometime to be more pushy, right? So Rajasic. There are some people, they will just sit. You tell something, they will do it. So don't expect them to become researchers, thinkers. No, it will not happen. So we have in Bharatiya Shastra Satvika Rajasika Tamasika. I am teaching Bhagavad Gita every Sunday. We have got Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogam. 3 types of people are only there in the world. And all those people you can see in the management concept. When I used management concept also, I tell you. Got it? So what is required? We need people. What is wrong? Nothing is wrong. Every letter is good. When you can put letters together, you can make a beautiful word, and those words put together, you can make a beautiful poetry. Got it? But the same words I can use it in wrong way and then make it a big scolding also. Dog is a good animal, son is a good animal, but when somebody gets angry, they will say, they use both together, right? That makes a big scolding. You don't like dog? Yeah, you like dog. You like son? Yes. But then when you get angry, every language, they use this combinedly and that becomes the rubbish word. So, every word is good, every letter is good, the way you use it becomes bad, right? So, if you don't know how to put them together, every plant is good, but banana you use it non-ripe, your constipation can be improved. That means your loose motion can be stopped. But banana in the ripe form you take it, you will get dysentery. So the way in which style, where, when, what, how you use it makes matters. So a team leader should have the ability to if you are a team leader, you have the ability to understand what is good for him, where I can use him. Therefore it is called Amandram Aksharam Nasti. This book also you should download better. See, this book, Life Made Simple, the last sloka must be that, I am sure. I wrote it in 2005, 15 years back. Yeah. Amantram Aksharam Nasti, Nasti Moolam Anaushadam, Ayogya Purusho Nasti Yojakaha, Tatra Durlabaha. Amantram Aksharam Nasti, Nasti Moolam Anaushadam, Ayogya Purusho Nasti Yojakaha, Tatra Durlabaha. Putting them together in the right places, who is the leader and who can do that, they will become leaders. So, all of you should read this book or look at my YouTube in which it is explained, or come back to me on a discussion one-to-one. I will tell you hours together on this, or maybe I will explain much better. And some of the slokas which I explained, if you have one word in that, type in and type DrTPS, you will see some lectures on each sloka separately also. Yeah.
Yes, I would definitely like to I would like to hear more and more, and I have a lot of lectures to catch up to and books to read.
Good. Good, Lakshmi.
Next question.
Yeah, go ahead.
DrTPS,
Yeah.
for young upcoming generation who are presently facing the problems like stage fear or phobias, suggestions for them to excel in leadership.
Yeah, I told you already. I think I have answered it to Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, and Dr. TPS is from a small village where I never know how to speak English. When I was in up to 12th class on graduation, probably first year also, I don't know. So language skill is must. Second one, you need to have good. See, language skill doesn't make you a good speaker. Lot of information, reading, data collection, that have to be there inside you. So in stage fear, why people fear? Because they by heart something and then go and no, it should not be like that. What is required is you should have ability to grasp what is presently there. Now I told you, if earlier some people would have spoken and then that would have been my background of talk, I would have picked up a lot of points and then spoke. But today what I did was I just saw the video there and then seen one video in which it was flashing. So what I did was I wrote down few of the points and then started talking on that. So that is what you should have. How do you capture and how do you present? If you think leadership is public speaking, but understand leadership is never public speaking. You can be a leader without even that public speaking. People take it as leadership just because I told you, that is what is for some time to blow up, that is good enough. But we are still talking about a lot of people like, I don't know, Kaudilya. Have you heard about Kaudilya? Who wrote Arthashastra?
Yes.
Yeah, what you should do is look at Kaudilya. There is a serial in Hindi, beautiful. Where are you from, Adriga? There is a series, TV series which came in India on Kaudilya. Arthashastra, who has written Kaudilya. Beautiful. You will see the way he was presenting. It was totally logical. It is not the Hindi. It is not the Sanskrit. It is not English which makes difference. How logically you can be good. Content wise, there has to be good presentation. Then you will become. The third president of America was Jaffrin, I think. Yeah, I think it's Jaffrin. Yeah. He was a wonderful person because he made a lot of difference to the public people. He is the man who gave declaration statements for the liberty. So what he did for the people was what made him. Yeah, Thomas Jefferson, I think. Yeah, Thomas Jefferson was the person, 1800s. 1800, the beginning. He was the person who made a lot of difference to the people. He was not a good speaker actually. But still people considered him as great because he contributed a lot of things. Washington, I went to the Washington's birthplace and all that. So we remember. He was not as a great speaker they are heard because they represent that group where they need a liberty. That is what is essentially required. So you should work for others. Then you become a good leader. Okay. Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyapi dehinaha santosham janayat pratna. Tadaivam Ishwara Pujan. How many people's life you can make a difference to make them happy? I'm sure in the beginning, in the introduction, that is what is being told. How many people you can make a difference. That makes you a good leader, right? Kept on talking on this day. And that is what it makes difference. Who spoke that? Arani spoke, right? Yeah, Arani spoke that many times. If Arani did not by heart it, I am sure it is there in her heart. Sometimes you by heart it.
Yes.
I keep saying don't learn by heart. Learn by heart. Slowly. So it is there in your heart. Otherwise people say don't learn by heart. That means you are just by hearting it. No. Keep it in your heart. With the feeling it should come. Good. Yeah.
Jodson. Who is asking next?
That finished? Good enough?
Please ask next question.
Maybe I can spend 5 more minutes. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Dr. DPS.
Good afternoon,
Sir,
Chris
how
Joseph.
can a student of class 11 identify which career path he or she should pursue?
Unfortunately, most of the people who are not fit for giving career coaching are being bombarded in mostly Gulf countries for making money. That is why this question came. Nobody had to plan career at the age of or at your age. Career is a subsequent form in which you travel through different jobs. You have not even got a job. What you should do is you get into the first job what you get. From there you start learning and deciding what you wanted to do next by yourself. Nobody should give you a career guidance. Number one. Number two, it is like a buffet up to 10th class. You have been introduced with a lot of subjects. Identify which subject you want to learn. And plus 1, plus 2, you decide this is what maths or physics or chemistry or biology or commerce or arts, which is what I wanted to study in my life. From there, you decide graduation, what is to be studied, where to study. If I go through this, what job I will get. I will tell you, most of the people have switched from their present job to some other job which are unrelated in their life. So it is not career. Career is something which you have to plan in your life, later part of the life, which by yourself, which is not to be guided by anybody. So don't think about a career at this point of time. Look at job at this point of time. That is what is essential. Unfortunately, people who did not get a job, they don't have a career in their life, they start selling ideas of how to get a career. They do test on your psycho and then tell you this job is not good for you, this job is good. I have seen students who are thrown out from Gulf. I told them, don't worry, I will make you what you want. I have given admission, those who are told, no, you cannot study science, you can only study commerce. From Doha, I picked it up and then put into plus 1, plus 2 in biology here, did the MBBS and a doctor today. So decide what is your passion. Passion and interest has to be different. Understand, interest is only looking at what somebody else is doing. Passion is, I decide I am going to do it. Identify your passion. which generally I bring out using some drama in which you will come out yourself. It cannot be psychologically tested by questionnaire because most of them are fake. Yeah, so no career guidance from Dr. TPS for anybody, but I will explain a lot of things. These are all what is life. If at all you want, you speak to such people in those careers for long years. You know what a teacher does, you know what a barber does, you know what a driver does, but you don't know what a scientist does. You don't know what an IPS does, what an IAS does. So go and speak to those people. That is what is essential to make you to fit into that. Don't look at a movie to decide what is that profession. Okay, so talk to people. Get exposed yourself. Go to different factory, go to different offices, open yourself to all such opportunities. Then you will decide yourself what you want to be. That's what is required. Look at the world around. Where are Chris Joes from? Where are you from?
So I am from Kerala.
Yeah, there is a poet called Kunyundi Master. The Kunyundi Master who write beautiful poems. He said after 10th class every student have to be thrown out of the house. Ask him to go around for 1 year to find the world outside and the life learn. Then come back and say I want to join for 11th class. Because by the time you would have decided what you want to be. The problem is every student after 10th is again put into the chamber of 11th and 12th. Baked themselves and then come out, they don't know what is to be. That's why engineering, I was executive director of an engineering college. I know what happens in engineering college. Out of 100, not even 1 or 2 wanted to become engineers. They don't have any other option, so they are into that. So academic institution, education, many people wanted to learn psychology. If I ask why, because I love psychology. Just because you love psychology, you have a psychological problem, you don't have to learn. See, government gives you a lot of options to learn because they don't want children at the age of 15 and 17 wandering around the street. So they are put into some colleges so that no disturbance for them for some more years. Understand, this is the psychology of government, right? Otherwise, education has nothing to do with your career. I will tell you, even if you learn zoology, you are not even going to cut fish in the style in which you have to cook beautifully. Just because you learn botany, you are not going to cut lady's finger beautifully to make some sabji in your house. Nothing is practically useful for you. It is just to keep you in a locked fashion so that you are dependent on your parents. So that you will not become. Understand, every revolution in this world was not done after 18 years. It all happened between 15 to 18. So I am sure politicians know that if after 10th class you are left free, the world will become different. India would have become much more improved than today's situation. That is the time when all our politicians jumped into politics. Today you are not allowed to jump into politics because the old people wanted to still rule you. That's a problem. I am sure new education policy is not going to come. Many people keep a lot of dreams about it. I kept on saying nothing will happen because nobody wanted that to happen. Your parents don't want, your management doesn't want, no teachers want. Right? Because they don't know how to teach LKG, UKG even today. If I ask an LKG teacher who wrote Tinkle Tinkle Little Star, she will tell you, I have tea time, I will go, I will never come back. And they will never come back. They have resigned jobs just because I asked this question in some classes. You know what the students know, not more, not less. What is written in the book. You are not even inquisitive. You can look at London Bridge is falling down, Dr. TPS. Then you will know how I am teaching LKG teachers how to become a LKG teacher. At least an LKG teacher is good. Education would have become very good. Yeah. Good enough, I think.
Jaden.
Last test question.
Dr. TPS.
Good enough. Any more questions?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, last question. Last test question. Yes.
Good evening, Dr. TPS. This is something which I'm very curious to know about.
Yeah.
There is a popular saying that leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality.
Yeah.
So, what is your vision towards the society as a leader and your approach and your contribution towards the development of mankind?
I have a great vision and mission. My vision is at least I can make 10 good children in every district who are curious to make a difference to this world. Because I told you I am not a leader, I am only a teacher who can make leaders. And those 10 children can make this world different. Every district, 10 good children are good enough. You don't require a large number of people. They are leaders if I can make leaders like that. But I am not that influential because influence is power. Influence is politics. Influence is money. Influence is politricks, not a politics. Poly means multiple tricks, which I am not good. There were a lot of people who said we will sponsor, we can do it and all that. But that is not something which easily can be attained. So why am I here when people call me, and then why am I giving free lectures for last 10 years to millions of people in the world? Millions of people in the world to look at how many good children will come and then make some small difference. In and around you who can make some small difference, I'm sure that can make a lot of difference, right? That is what we are trying to do. That's what I am trying to do. That's it. So I'm a one-man army probably. So I want a lot of people who get to train, but we see hardly very people. I don't know. Do you know how do I assess Seeb school, DrTPS? How many people will go to the YouTube, look at it, give some comments? How many people will contact me on my telephone number? I'm sure if you just search DrTPS on Google, you get my number, contact, and then identify, ask few more questions, then sum up. But what happens most of the time, we give celebrations in which we will just show, and then after this, if you forget, another buffalo will come. He will also speak like this. You will also see very good, wonderful, thank you, and then finished. We are all show, nothing after that. This is what rarely we get to people. There are students with me for last 10 years. They are from a normal engineering college, went up to MIT. They are earning much more money than what I could have learned in my whole life. They earn in per month. And sometimes they feel that no, they can make a difference in somebody's life. That is what we want. We want children who are rich, who are powerful. So what is my mission? I want my students in politics. I want my students in judiciary. I want my students in administration. I want my students with value in spirituality. When people come for Swamiji for giving blessings, I keep asking when I interview Swamijis, how many Swami children have come to you and then saying that Swamiji, please bless me to become a Swamiji? Nobody came. Why? See, if you are a person who can bless, what you should ask for is to become a person who can bless many people in their life, right? Why are not there? Because I am not that rich. They want a good job. Bless me to become a politician. Bless me to become a father. And from whom they are taking blessing? A person who never became a father in his life, right? This is the paradox in this world. People want a blessing, but they don't want to become that person who can bless many people. So that is why I keep saying spirituality is essential, because Vivekananda was a highly spiritual man with a political leadership. Mahatma Gandhi was a great political leader with a spirituality inbuilt in him. You see the combination. So we need such people where spirituality and politics can be together. So we need to mold them. I wish if I had somebody like me in my childhood, I would have become a different person. But I realized it only at the age of 40, 45. So last 10, 15 years, I am into that, 20 years almost. Now 2002, Oman is the place where I started my job of this class. You may not know that. That's where I met those days it was Kimji, all the Kimji groups, right? Kimji's school was where I went. I went to Kimji's temple. I was a guest in Kimji, and Kimji offered me a lot of things. And then he was my host. So Kimji and his wife has fallen on my feet, and I have given blessings to them. So I remember having a breakfast in Kimji's house. So I had the greatest hosting in Oman. That is where I started. So I'm sure we can make a difference. They all loved India so much, and you are in an Indian school with a great knowledge. And after 12th, I'm sure all of you are going to come back. So you can make a difference, and that is what I'm looking for. I think I crossed 22 minutes extra than what I planned.
DrTPS, one more question. This one child is waiting for that, and he has been waiting. Please kindly.
Yeah.
Justin, ask first.
DrTPS.
Yeah, Judson, tell me.
DrTPS, my question to you is, low self-esteem and anxiety are the major problems faced by every teenager at some point of time.
Yeah.
How, as a leader, can you instill confidence in our fellow mates?
Understand that teenage is the time when physically you are much stronger than your father and mother. Because when you are 15, your father and mother would have been 40 years old. They don't have physical strength. You are physically strong. You are emotionally strong. Emotionally, you have all the problems. All the teenage problems. I am a psychotherapist, so I know the teenage problems perfectly well. Many people will come and speak to me, which they don't speak to their parents and they don't speak to the teachers. I've got a lot of people with me. They speak open up with me. Understood? So your emotional problems are much higher and bigger. If you become fat, it's a problem. If you become lean, it's a problem. Some teachers will scold you saying you are this built, but you did not know mathematics, as if the physical strength is your mathematics strength or what. Right? You will get all such bluff on you. You will have to listen all this. Physical, emotional, intellectual. I don't think anybody in this world have to learn much more syllabus than what you have in your 11th, 10th, plus 1, plus 2. The most difficult class is which you are going through. So teenage, I am telling from 13 to, I have got a beautiful poetry, teen to 20. Teen to 20, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All teen. This is the time when maximum physical, emotional, intellectual, social problem. Oh, you cannot even go until teenage problem where parents used to take you wherever they go. But then after that you say you are little more have to be concentrated, focused on studies, don't come. They don't take you for parties, but they want you to socialize. They will not take you anywhere. So lot of restrictions will come. And the teenage girls will tell, don't talk to anybody, you hide yourself. So many restrictions in this world, right? So these are all problems. Up to 10 age, girls and boys can sit together, they can hug each other, they can talk to each other, finished. After that, don't see. What a different world is that? So it's all restrictions, social restrictions, spiritual. You are a buffoon who understood or did not understand. You learned all the slokas and you learned all the, inshallah, everything has been taught to you. And Jesus Christ did that, did this. But then your logical reasoning started talking to you saying that these are all rubbish, foolish, useless, not required. So spiritual conflict. These are all conflicts which creates problems in the teenage. So what is to be done? A good mentor. That's only answer which you have. For all these together you need what is to be eaten, how to eat. Lot of different passion will be there. Eating is a big passion. Muscle is a big passion. You will look at whether you want a mustache to be done like this or not. No, that doesn't matter. How do you look? All that will go. You need lot of things to be learned in your life. So I have got a book in which again the first few lines talks about at age of 3 father was great. Age of 5 teacher was great. Age of 12 my relatives were great. The teenage my friends are great, father is useless. Okay, so at the high school level you say teachers are quite useless. The LKG UKG teacher is the greatest person. Keep on changing this. And when you get a child at the age of 32, you keep saying, yeah, my father was great. I don't know now how I should handle this small child. My father handled me so well. This is a writing in this book. Don't skip that portion at least. This is a book not to be read continuously. Open any page and read. All your teenage problems will be solved. I am guaranteed. Because it's not written by me. It's written by all questions from different people on social media. Before Facebook, there was an Orkut. Started asking questions and I answered. And that Orkut discussion, philosophical discussion on Orkut, question and answer, as it is dumped is this book. No editing. So different questions, all the answers will be there. And you must be wondering why I am answering like this. This was written early 2000, 20 years back. I have not got any new questions also. I wish some new questions come so that I want to think much more to answer, right? So you will see most of these questions are answered in the book also. Slightly different because I have improved a little bit than for last 20 years. I am also learning from different people, right? That's it. Love you all. Love you all. Thank you, Lena Francis, for this kindness. Thank you, all the management committee, directors, beautiful children who are going to speak. I'm sure I'm going to listen to all of them on the YouTube. Keep in touch, DrTPS, DrTPS. Don't forget my name. Though you forget all what I said also, no problem. DrTPS. Search on YouTube, this will be there. And 9447437948 Indian number. Until I live, until BSNL works, and I am not in lecture, from 10:30 morning to 10:30 night, I will be answering all your questions. If I am not in lecture, I will be there. Right? Thank you. Love you all. God bless you. Inshallah. See you sometime.
DrTPS, one second.
Thank you for the kindness. Thank you for the kindness.
Words have no value over here. I'll be wrong if I say a few words.
Thank you for the kindness, and thank you not for this but for all your patience for listening. I didn't know how the time flew, and I'm so glad that you hosted me well, and then I'm so glad that there were good questions. Thank you. We'll keep meeting sometime. Informally, you could call me anytime, and then have a Google Meet. We will be meeting. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. 2 words. In fact, I was hurrying up because the sir has to go for another meeting. DrTPS has to go for another meeting. So that is why I was hurrying it up.
Yeah.
Good evening, DrTPS. It's an immense pleasure to be here with you, and all your words are like ignition, we can say, and it will fire up all our students and everyone, and it will bring more leaders. Thank you for joining us, and your lectures were really awesome and fantastic.
Yeah, I'm glad that Seeb has crossed the teenage and reached up to 20. So the teenage problems will not be there for Seeb school.
Celebration.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your teenage problems are over. Now you are in teething nicely. Good. All the best. God bless you. Thank you.